Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday. I'm Dr. Leila Samii, and today we'll be focusing on a meditation that brings your awareness to the present moment. Have you ever driven from work to your house and realized when you got home you had no idea how you got home? This is because our minds are so clouded with so much stuff going on that we have a really tough challenge of living in the present moment and being aware of everything that is going on. Whether we're thinking to the future, whether we're thinking about the past, whether we're planning, judging, there's so many emotions that we have that sometimes just being present in the here and now becomes so challenging. And so today we're going to go through a meditation that's called a body scan, and you will focus your attention on different parts of your body, and you will bring your breath and awareness to these different parts of your body. And so I'm going to read you a quote before we get started, and try to think about this quote as we go through the meditation. And this is from Sharon Salzberg in her Loving Kindness book, The Revolutionary Art of Happiness. And Sharon says, "The difference between misery and happiness depends on what we do with our attention." And really, our attention is where we put all of our momentum. So if you have a million good things happening to you in one day and you put your attention on that one thing that was negative, then that's what's going to focus your mind, and you will just constantly think about the negative. But if you have a million bad things happen to you in one day, but yet one really good thing, and you focus your attention on the positive, that's what's going to go to your mind. So focusing our attention and being aware of the moment is so important, because as your awareness goes, if you're aware of negative things that are happening, then you're never going to take in the positive. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can, again, as always, sit up in a chair like I do. You can sit on the ground. If you want to have your hips up, feel free to do that. You can put a pillow underneath you or a little meditation poof. You can also just lay down on a couch, on the floor, in your bed, whatever you feel most comfortable with. My one piece of advice is please just make sure that you are comfortable, but not too comfortable. If you fall asleep, always remember that's okay. Just, you probably need it, but we're not trying to get into a sleep. We're trying to just be continuously aware of our breath and of the different parts of our body within the body scan. So let's go ahead and start with a deep inhale through our nose. And then if you want to exhale through your mouth. Now I invite you to do one more deep inhale through your nose. And on the next exhale, if you want to flutter your eyes closed, or if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can always have a soft gaze to the ground. And once you get into your meditation position, just take a second to breathe naturally. Now I invite you to start seeing the world around you and seeing if you can figure out what the room looked like before you closed your eyes. Don't open your eyes, don't peek, but see if you could just put where people were in the room, or where the different pieces of furniture were. If you're sitting at your desk like I am, how's your desk set up? And just take a second to really recognize how the room was actually set up. Now bring your attention back to your breath. And now maybe you start listening for the sounds around you. Do you hear people in the background? Maybe you hear some birds. Maybe you hear the pipes in your house or the office that you're sitting in. But just take a few seconds to see if you can recognize the sounds. Now I invite you to, as you recognize each sound, just gently and non-judgmentally let that sound go. And now maybe in between all of the sounds, you start listening for the silence. Our day-to-day lives are so busy that we never really seek out the sound of silence. Can you hear it? Between the sounds of the outdoors and the indoors. Now we'll bring our attention to the bottom of our feet. And we're going to do what's called a body scan. And as we go through the body scan, what you will do is you will take into feeling of a specific body part. And maybe you'll bring your awareness to it. Maybe what you'll do is you'll breathe through it, because maybe there are different feelings that you have within that part of your body. But as you do, just remember to always be aware of that feeling, and please don't be judgmental to how that is feeling. You just want to be aware of it without any judgment. So let's go ahead and get started. I invite you to bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet. Really notice how your feet are feeling right now. See if you can feel all the sensations in your feet. Maybe you have sandals on or no shoes and you can feel the air against your skin. Maybe you have socks on and you can feel each piece of cotton fiber or polyester fiber against your skin. And just see how your feet are feeling right now. Now imagine that your breath is moving in and out through your feet. With each in-breath, you allow your awareness to sharpen. With each out-breath, you allow the tension and tightness that you have to be released from your feet. I invite you to breathe in and focus your attention. And you breathe out and release the tension. Now I invite you to bring your awareness up to your calves. Allow your attention to just settle on the part of your calves. And maybe you start imagining that your breath is moving in and out through your calf muscles. Be aware of those sensations. What does it feel like? Maybe you notice some tightness or tingling. Maybe you notice your clothes against your calves. Maybe you just notice the air. You might not notice anything at all, and that's fine. But just be aware of that feeling. And with each in-breath, sharpen your focus. And with each out-breath, release the tightness and tension. If your mind wanders, that's fine. Just notice that it's wandering, and with an attitude of kindness and patience and non-judgment, maybe you bring your attention back to the sensation of your calves. Now I invite you to bring your attention to your thighs. Allow your attention to settle on your thighs. Begin to imagine your breath moving in and out of your thigh muscles, noting carefully the sensations that you're feeling. Maybe you notice some tightness or tingling. Maybe you feel the air against your skin. Maybe you feel some clothing. Maybe you feel nothing at all. See if you can be aware of whatever is there. And as your attention is focused on your thighs, I invite you to sharpen your breath for each in-breath and focus on the sensations. And with each out-breath, release any tightness or tension. Now I invite you to move to your belly and allow your attention to settle on your belly. Begin to imagine your breath moving in and out through your belly. Just note any sensations that you're feeling. Maybe you feel some tightness or tingling. Maybe you feel the clothes against your skin. Or maybe you feel nothing at all. See if you can just be aware of whatever is there. And with each in-breath, your focus on the sensations. And with each out-breath, release tightness and any tension that you may have. And move your attention up to your neck and your shoulders. As you let your attention settle on your neck and your shoulders, I invite you to imagine your breath moving in and out, noting carefully the sensations that you're feeling in your neck and shoulders. You might notice some tightness or tingling. Maybe you roll your shoulders back and your neck side to side a little bit. Maybe you feel the air against your neck or your shoulders. Maybe you feel some of your clothing. Or maybe you don't feel anything at all. Just see if you can be aware of whatever you are feeling. And with each in-breath, sharpen your focus on the sensations. And with each out-breath, release any tightness and tension. Now I invite you to move your attention to your face. And as you allow your attention to settle there, begin to imagine your breath moving in and out through your face, noting carefully any sensations that you might be feeling. Maybe you notice a little tightness or tingling. Maybe you need to unscrunch your eyes, maybe stretch them out a little bit. Maybe move your jaw around a little bit and release your tongue from the top of your mouth. Or maybe you feel some air against your face. Is the air cool? Is it warm? Maybe you don't feel anything at all. But see if you can just be aware of whatever is there. And with each in-breath, focus your attention on the sensations. And with each out-breath, release any tightness and tension. Now let's take a few moments to slowly scan our awareness from our head to our toes. If you do notice any areas of tension or tightness, I invite you to let your awareness settle there for a few moments. Maybe you breathe in and out through that tight place and just observe all of the sensations that you're feeling. And as always, when you notice your mind has wandered, just very gently and non-judgmentally bring your sensation back to the body. As we start bringing our attention back to our body and to our breath, and before we open our eyes, I invite you to bring this level of awareness to all of your activities that you go through today. Just focus on being aware and present in the moment. Let's take one deep breath in. And on the exhale, if you want to flutter your eyes open. May you have peace in your thoughts. May you have peace in your words. And may you have peace in your heart. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday.